My heart is feeling really heavy, and I'm not quite sure what to do with it. Um, I've just smudged. I've done some energy clearing, some meditation, some prayer. I feel like I need to record this. I'm not sure for what reason. We'll see. I don't like what's happening. The amount of fear I can feel. So, ice has hit Salt Lake City, where I live. Um, and what is happening is not okay. Um, what I'm taken back to is when the race riots hit in 2020. I was not aware of what was happening, but I could feel the energy. And I immediately went into my meditation room and started meditating and sending out good energy. It's what I could do. And I felt very called to do it. And that was such a powerful experience for me, to connect into an energy and start doing something before I even knew what I was working on, working with. Um, I don't watch the news because it makes me feel sick. It's full of manipulation and half truths, and I don't like it. It literally gives me a physical reaction and so I just quit watching all news. So yes, I may be ill informed. I will admit I have not watched the news throughout the changeover in the presidency. I haven't watched the inauguration. I haven't done any of that. But I do have an awareness. I do have some social media. I don't spend a lot of time on it, but I'm not completely oblivious. I don't know what the facts are. I only know what I've heard through social media. So I'm just a full disclosure on where I'm coming from. These are our neighbors. These are our family. These are these are human beings. These are children. We have to do better. We have to do better. This is not okay. And I don't know how to help. I want to help. I don't know how to help. But I can feel the fear, and it is justified fear, and that is scary. You can't reason it away. Um, I really don't know where I'm going with this. I want to know how to help. Um, this isn't okay. Anyway, um, I don't know what to do. I have my cards out. I have a prayer book out. I have crystals out. I want to know how to help. Maybe that's what I'm asking for, is guidance on how I can help, how I can best serve. Um, I pause, but I'm just recording a basic video on my phone. Oh, there is a pause button. So I didn't think that I needed to record me bawling. Um, so what I'm feeling called is to do a reading, and I am going to approach this reading as guidance for myself. And I'm also asking for collective energy. So if there's anybody who is feeling the same way I am feeling, that it can be of help to them too. Um, but I am searching for guidance for myself. But I don't think I'm the only one out there who is feeling helpless and hopeless. And I'm talking specifically about what is going on with immigration in the US and the deportation of people, the separating of people from their families, the lies that we've been told around this. This has been in the works. I know that I can feel it. I felt it when I started getting. I've been feeling it for a while. There were certain things that happened during the political season, the election season, whatever you would call it, that made me feel icky. And I knew something was wrong. I knew something wasn't right. And now I'm seeing it and understanding it. And back then I didn't quite know how it was going to play out. But anyway, I'm looking for guidance on how I can help. I don't want to make situations worse. I just want to know how I can help. Usually, I really do go into meditations. I send, I'll breathe in the fear, send out the love. I do different things like that that I believe helps the community and helps the world. You're entitled to your own belief system. But please don't judge me for what feels good for me to do. Everybody is wired differently. You may not agree with it, and that's okay. But be kind. We all have our different strengths. But I feel like I need to do more. And that's what I'm looking for, is more guidance on truly what to do. So anybody that may be feeling similar to me, this may resonate with you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards, and then I believe I'm going to pull one of my prayers. So we'll see how it goes. I have been shuffling these as I was crying and putting the energy into it. So we'll just get straight to seeing what messages we get. I'm still learning to work with this size of cards. I also don't take big groups of cards when a big group falls out. I put them back in the deck. That's just how I work. You don't have to do it my way. Wow. I may be feeling really blocked. It's my own fear. Could also be the fear of the collective. It could be the fear of my community. I live in the majority is Hispanic. My neighborhood is a Hispanic neighborhood. I know ICE was blocks away last night. Wow. So I got Queen of Air, Ace of Fire, Two of Water. Know that I'm not really, I know a little bit about tarot, but I really go off of whatever messages I get on the cards that come out. Just got Nine of Fire. So what messages I get may not resonate with skilled, masterful tarot readers, and that's okay. I'm learning to be okay with who I am. I feel like there's some more. So the Queen of Air. No, I just pulled the Messenger of Air. I feel like there's one more. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's look at what we got. And that's the Page of Earth. So, what story am I getting? How? What guidance am I getting? So the Queen of Air, there's so much wisdom. There's so much compassion. This is connecting to my community, connecting to the greater good. And I'm feeling divine protection. I'm feeling divine guidance. I am feeling that this isn't a time for those of us who can help to hide, because there are people who are having to hide for their safety, for their well-being. And this is not a time for us to hide. This is a time for us to go out and connect and to be seen, and but to carry wisdom of compassion, protection, and guidance of divinity. This is not a time to go out and be foolish. It is a time to be wise, but it is also not a time to be afraid to be seen and afraid to be heard. Um, it's a time to rise and act out of love and compassion and wisdom. I'm getting so much love and compassion and wisdom. I'm almost feeling angelic energy on this. I'm seeing angelic energy. What's interesting is I am also seeing, and I am sorry for not having the proper terms. I've heard it, but I'm seeing the faces, the painting of the face during Day of the Dead. That I don't know what to call it. I'm so sorry. I'm seeing that. The veil is thinnest during that time. I'm feeling the ancestors are coming. We have so much support from the other side. This is a wow. I need to feel this for a moment. Let's move on to Ace of Fire. This is the beginning of a journey. Beware of the smoke screens. And fear can be a smoke screen. Now, there is justified and valid fear. There is, when your safety is at risk, there is a reason that you fear. And you move into that fight or flight or whatever other F word that came out funny. But beware of the illusions. And I think part of this is the manipulation that is being fed to us about what is happening, the lies that is being fed to us. See through the smoke screens, carry the light. So, we start with the Queen of the Air going out and connecting to the community. Be the light, carry the lantern, be the safe space, the sanctuary. That comes from your heart. That's coming from my heart. When I live through my heart, I will know what to do. I will be able to see through the smoke screens. I will be able to carry the lantern for others. And this is just the beginning of this journey. Obviously, whew. Okay, I'm moving on to Two of Water, and this is harmonious partnerships for me. You know, water is our feelings, our intuition, our emotions. It is nurturing harmonious partnerships. Okay, I tend to want to go out and fight. I'll get loud and big and I want to fight, but I'm not a fighter. And so this is reminding me that sometimes the best weapon is to be kind, is to be compassionate to everybody. And that can be really hard. It can be hard to be compassionate to the other side of something, the wrongdoers. But I'm truly thinking about, I don't know everybody's perspective and everybody's story, but this is about creating harmonious partnerships with anyone and everyone that comes into my oof, my journey. Um, and I keep hearing the Dory, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Um, I may not even know what direction I'm going, but there are people out there, and it is important to create harmony because we cannot fight this fight by creating more discourse, at least for me. Because if I create more discourse, I can create more damage. I want to heal. That's how I'm wired. I'm a healer. I want to heal, and I'm going to do that by creating these more harmonious relationships. And I do that by tapping into my emotions. What I'm doing right now, I feel the fear. So what I'm going to tap into that. I'm going to see where it takes me. And so we're creating those relationships. We're going out into the community. We're carrying out love and compassion, the divine guidance, the divine protection. We are a lantern. Through this journey, we are able to see through these smoke screens, and we are going to create harmonious relationships and partnerships. I move into Nine of Fire. I feel like, when the Ace of Fire started, carrying that lantern, I feel like through the harmonious relationships, we are getting more lantern carriers. We are creating a safer, um, we're still hiding in the dark, but we're creating a safer community um, for those who need it. Um, some of us are going to shine brighter than others, but everybody has their light, their passion that they bring into this. Some are going to be able to bring bigger light because of who they are or because of what they know, what they do. And some of us, maybe it's just offering some encouragement to somebody who's feeling very devastated and hopeless. Everybody has their part in it, no matter how big or small. It all comes together. Um, and it's important to keep your eyes on that light, on the passion, on the love, on I see it's I'm hearing Northern Star. Be the Northern Star in the dark. um, but you do that with, again, compassion and gentleness. And I think this is a big reminder for me, because when I get fearful, when I get angry, when I feel hopeless, I get loud and I get very defensive, and I need to really keep my heart open. This is not a time to close my heart. um, Messenger of air. This one is making me feel hopeful. I have to carry a message. I have to carry the message. I feel like that's part of what I'm doing right now, is carrying the message, even if I don't understand the message, even if I don't know who it's going to, just carry the message. It's also telling me to be mindful. I'm getting mindful. Well, I've been told multiple times through this, stay at my heart, trust my emotions, trust my intuition. This is also trusting my intellect, my reason, my logic. Um, because honestly, I think that's going to be part of seeing through the smoke screens, is to use the brain, because there's obvious lies um, being told, and people are going to say stuff that's just going to be like, what? Don't be blind to authority. Be aware of what you're being told and use your logical mind, because even your logical mind is going, this isn't adding up. This isn't making sense. Trust the ideas. That's the other thing. Trust the ideas that are coming into your mind. Um, but I'm feeling hope through this. Maybe part of this message, because like I said, I started this out for me, um, is I haven't been trusting my thoughts. I don't always trust my mind. Um, and yet I've closed my heart off, so you can see how that can be very challenging. But being told that I can trust what's coming into my mind. Again, be a messenger. Be a messenger. Share the message. If you feel the need to say it, say it. Also, though, if you feel the need to say it, but be mindful of how you deliver the message. There needs to be a gentleness, there needs to be a softness, but also confidence and yeah, be confident. Doesn't mean you have to be loud. Softness, gentleness, compassion, there is so much of that, but definitely saying, share your message. And then Page of Earth. Oh, I'm feeling like indigenous energy through this. I'm really like feeling connect to the earth. And it's funny because earlier today I was thinking, how did we get to this point in the world? This concept that who owns, just even the concept of you can only live in this part of the world and you have to have all this money or all this um, status or whatever it is to move to a different part of the world. This entire concept of countries and who can come in and who can leave and all of this and having to have your papers and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, this just doesn't feel good to me. We talk about oneness, but yet we're so separated. And I think that when we connect into this more of the indigenous energies, those concepts of borders and separate societies and governments and all that just tend to like not be as important. I'm not saying go out and I don't know what I'm saying. I don't, but I feel like there's something bigger and better that is coming. But we all have to tune into what, like, truly start questioning everything and why. Why are things set up the way they are? I also feel that this is really, truly a beginning. I am seeing so many beginnings on this. There is so much beginning. I'm really struggling with the message here in this Page of Earth. Um, it's something different. It's something ancient and yet new to today. Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting is what is going to save us is actually something ancient that we've forgotten that we need to bring back. And I think that really is a connection. And it's not just to earth, it's to life. This idea that we can control other people for just wanting a better life, that we can be so mean and so inhumane and we have to start respecting all of life, all of life. That's what that is. It's just understanding and respecting all of life. I keep getting this, okay, I know I keep feeling this fear from uh, people who are feared of being deported and their families, and I'm feeling that fear, but there's more. It's not just, you know, even those that are doing the greatest wrongdoings, they are still alive. I'm not saying respect them, but respect life. Respect all of life. That's the message I'm getting so strongly right now. Respect all of life. Okay. This is just going on. Ooh, 26 minutes. Well, my foot's going to sleep. So, this is going to be confirmation. It could be more detailed guidance. I'm glad I recorded this. I'm going to need to reference it. I think I might be sharing this on YouTube. And I don't edit my videos, so yeah, you just have to deal with the snot nose because I don't have any Kleenex. The pauses, the crying, all of that. This is real. This is reality. Ooh, there's one. Seek counsel. I chuckle because it's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm seeking it with my divine guidance team, but it would be wise. It would be wise to seek counsel of those who actually know about immigration laws, about what our rights are, and what the rights of immigrants are, whether they're legal or illegal. Knowing, knowledge is power. So seek counsel, but also ultimately, you have to do what is right for you. You know, get the wisdom from others, but ultimately you make that decision. Kindle love. We need more love in this world. We need more love. Love is what is going to conquer fear. It's that Dr. Martin Luther King's Jr.'s quote about, oh my gosh, I just totally had the brain fart, but it's that love drives out fear. Fear does not drive out fear. Love drives out fear. I don't know. I apologize for butchering this quote because I had it in my head. It's just gone flying out. But truly, this is when we are truly tested and truly challenged, is being able to love in the face of such great fear. And to love the people who need it the most are the ones who are causing the chaos, the ones that are driving the fear. It's easy to love the ones that are getting hurt. It's not easy to love the ones that are doing the hurting. But, you know, as an energy worker, one of the things that I was taught was when you're working with the opposition, when you are dealing with energy attacks, your best tool is to send it love and gratitude. It can't survive in that. It's either going to retract or it's going to transform. It cannot stay in that energy. So that's how we win, is through love. We have to kindle love. Love for our enemies. That's the hardest. Ooh, whoa. All right, guys, that was way too many. I can't do that many. Let's put those back. I know you went flying, but the right ones will come out. Oh, okay. Establish priorities. Let's see. I really see that part of this is seeing a bigger picture. It's kind of like putting together a puzzle. What are you going to do first? Okay, we have to put together this whole puzzle. What are you going to do first? You know, some people, everybody's got their own technique, but a pretty standard technique is you find the corner pieces, you do the border, and then you work from there. But it's important to establish your priorities and know what you're doing now, your next step, in order to put together the whole picture. So yeah, what's important. And that's the other thing I'm hearing is what's important and what's fluff. If it's fluff, it's not a priority. And I need to also say, I'm hearing this, I'm like, don't disregard self-care. In challenging times, self-care is so important. Don't disregard that. That is not fluff. You have to take care of yourself. Just like, you know, you need air, you need water, you need food, you need human connection. It's so interesting to me that connection is one of the greatest things we need in this life, and yet here we are separating. We have done so much separating. I really need to get out and visit the rest of the world because what I'm experiencing here in the US does not feel good. And I don't think this is how it is in other places. Anyway. Whoa, I'm getting all stupid notifications. And then take action. So establish your priorities and then take action. Know what is important because there's so much going on. Know what is important and then take action on those priorities. But you need to establish the priorities before you take action. This is the last one. I know. It was in that group that fell out that I put back, and I knew the right ones would come out. This is telling me this is the last one of this deck. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. So, you know, we're seeking counsel. We're kindling love. We're establishing priorities. We're taking action, and we're keeping the faith. That's so important right now. There are so many forces bigger than we can see at action right now. We started off with divine guidance, divine protection. They're not going to let us down. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. I am a very spiritual person, so the collective that I am reaching will probably also be spiritual. Keep the faith. Trust that there is greater forces at work here. And we are powerful. We are powerful. We started with a queen. We are powerful. Keep the faith. Transformation is possible. It's possible because of the love that we're coming into alignment with our minds and our hearts. I love that I have every element in this reading. Okay, so now we're going to get the messages from the angels, and then we're going to move to a prayer. So let's usually only pull one message, one angel message, but today I'm feeling like we'll see what comes out. Oh, we got 4. first one, oh my gosh, I'm going to need my glasses to read this. The first one is, you know what to do. You know what to do. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Oh my gosh, when I was talking about seeking counsel, seek the wisdom of others, but trust yourself, and act upon it without delay. Remember, we sought counsel, you know what to do, but we establish those priorities, we take action, we keep the faith. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. That's beautiful. The next angel message. Nurture. Archangel Gabriel. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. As you nurture your neighbor, you nurture yourself. This is how we kindle love. And nurturing is an action. So when they're taking that action, it doesn't have to be picking up your swords and going into battle. Maybe it's opening up your heart and offering somebody some compassion for the day. Maybe it's offering them a refuge. Maybe it's being somebody's sanctuary, even if it's just for a moment. Nurture. How would you want to be treated in that moment? What nurturing act would you do for yourself? Give that to another. Our next angel message. Angel therapy. Archangel Raphael. Ooh, he's a healer. I love Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. What we're dealing with is big. It is heavy. We are told to keep the faith. We have divine protection and guidance. Give your worries, give your cares, your burdens over to the angels. Let them help you. They are here fighting this fight with us. When it is too much to bear, ask them for help. They want to help. And last but not least, another angel Raphael message, a healthy lifestyle. I don't think it's I think it's important to note that there's two messages from Archangel Raphael, and as I said, he's a healer. Archangel Raphael oversees healing, and we have two of those. What we're going through right now sucks, but there is healing to be found. There is healing that is going to happen because divinity is going to take care of us. But this one is healthy lifestyle. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. I do find that interesting that this is the last one, because it's like, really, do you belong here? And I question that, is that really part of this? But when you're going through transformation, and we're going through some serious transformation right now, I am really truly hoping that it is going to end for the better. Keeping the faith, but it's important to take care of yourself. Self-care came up before, and this is saying, do not discount being healthy when you are going into battle. And I know it's about, I'm not into the picking up the swords, but when you were going into battle, you have to take care of yourself. You have to be strong and able to fight. And I know that's not what always happens. That's not always reality. But optimal health, take care of yourself, eat right, get sleep, because you're not going to do any good if you aren't at your best. In fact, if you are not taking care of your health, chances are you could do more damage. So it starts here and ripples out into the world. Okay. Now, this is I call it my grace book. It's Intimate Conversations with the Divine, Prayer, Guidance, and Grace by Carolyn Myss. She has 100 personal prayers in here. She offers guidance and grace for each one of the prayers. I probably will not read the entire thing. They're usually only like 3 pages each, but I will scan. I may pause the video and just do a quick summation and pick parts I'm going to read. But anyway, I'm going to pick, there's 100 prayers. Sometimes I let the book fall open. Sometimes I ask Siri for a number. Let's see. This book doesn't do a good job of always falling open. Probably because it's still kind of new. Oh. Well, I feel like this may be the one. Healing Night Flights. I'm going to pause it for a moment. Okay, I've started reading it, and I don't think I can say it better than Carolyn Myss says it. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it. And I think if you listen to this, you'll see how it ties into everything we just kind of discussed, including that last message of taking care of yourself. So, the prayer. Again, this is Healing Night Flights. So the prayer. Lord, send your healing angels to me tonight. Escort me out of my body and into the healing realm. Grant that they may repair my depleted soul, my weary body, and my burdened heart. May they clear the illusions from my mind and awaken me to what I need to see clearly about myself, my own actions, and all that I need to repair within myself. Let me rest in the silence of the celestial realm, calm in the company of angels as they heal what I am unable to heal due to my own limitations. Let their healing graces remain in my system and illuminate my thoughts with insight, my heart with love, and my body with stamina, that I might continue to serve on my path. Stand guard over me while I rest, and keep company with me while I sleep, protecting me from darkness. Let me remember in the depth of slumber that I am always watched over and in your care. Shine your grace of love and healing upon those I love and all humanity, the souls I share this journey of life with each day. I'm going to repeat that one. Shine your grace of love and healing upon those I love and all humanity, the souls I share this journey of life with each day. I surrender my soul to this nocturnal journey, knowing that I will be returned to my body before the dawn. The guidance. There is a healing realm of angels. Healing is their task, and it is a two-way enterprise. Heaven will not compensate for the work you must do on yourself. Heaven will not heal your darkness. That is up to you. If you ask for help to become a more integrous human being, the grace of integrity will be given. If you ask to become more generous of heart, the grace of generosity will be poured into you. If, however, you wake with the intention to remain selfish and to deceive others, don't imagine that you have experienced a great healing. For what in you has been healed? Heaven does not let us get away with anything, but it assists us with everything we ask. Teresa of Avila wrote extensively that the path to the soul, and thus to God, was the path of self-knowledge. Knowing who you are and what motivates you, you search out the dark until there is no more, and then you allow the light to speak to you. We fear the light because we think that a connection with the light will cost us our connection with our physical life. We have this fear and dark belief that in order to be physical, sexual, sensual, and in touch with pleasure, we need to be in a league somehow with at least a touch of darkness. We need to avoid a clear rapport with our soul, lest we be conscripted into a monastery. That is all nonsense, utter nonsense. The only time I ever experience people wanting any type of spiritual intervention is when they are desperately ill. Otherwise, they want to keep God at a distance and their darkness mildly functional. They want to be able to hold on to bite-sized dark behaviors. But conscious dark behavior is not bite-sized. Someone is always harmed, be it yourself or someone you love. And committing conscious harm is the definition of what it means to sin. There is no such thing as a small act of darkness, just as there is no such thing as a small act of love. I need a drink. And again, my foot is asleep. Okay, the grace. The grace of awakening is unfamiliar to people, though we often speak of it. Awakening is an experience just shy of having an epiphany, an explosion of the soul into the light. It is a sudden act of inner illumination in which you shift from not understanding the mystical meaning of a teaching or event into full realization. There is nothing small about a moment of awakening. Therefore, the grace of awakening is a profound experience of personal illumination. You experience a deep insight about yourself that works as a spiritual depth charge, resulting in a permanent and very profound shift in how you comprehend your spiritual life. And final piece, Lord, grant me the grace to awaken, truly awaken, and the courage to embrace that mystical experience. That is not how I expected to end this. I mean, I started this out with the whole situation with ICE, the tearing apart of families, the deportation of human beings who have built lives here. We don't know their stories. And we ended on looking at our own darkness and being willing to change that. Being willing to turn it over, to heal it, to have an awakening. And I think that's what needs to happen. Humanity needs to wake up. And we're doing it. We're doing it. I don't want to discount what the goodness that is happening in the world. We need that light. We need to hang on to it. I'm hearing the word need, but we do need. I feel more calm. I'm going to probably journal about this and process it a little bit more. I don't know if you got anything out of this. If you did, I'd love for you to comment. I am going to put this up on YouTube. I'd love to comment and connect. I mean, that's what we started out with, is connecting with our community. We have, you have your physical community, you have your neighborhood, maybe you have a religious community or a spiritual community, you have your work community, you have, business and politics, and there's so many different communities you could be a part of. But then there's a global community, and we live in an age today where technology does help us connect on a larger scale, and we have those communities. This is a time for connection. This is a time to all recognize that we are all part of the human race. We are all wired differently. We all, we look different, we act different, but we are all part of the same experience of living in this world. And I have one of my lovely neighbors who wants to share their music. I don't know if you can hear that, but I have a window open because I've been smudging, and I do feel more peace. I feel a little bit of more hope. I feel supported. I feel the protection that is happening. I'm going to do my part, and I don't know what that is, but definitely I'm being called to spiritual action and some healing. I know I have my own darkness too. Is that what it is? Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Still going back to that MLK quote, and it's going to drive me nuts. I might have to look it up and write it in the caption or something because I'm kind of embarrassed. Yeah, I used to have a job where that I worked with putting on an entire week's worth of events for Martin Luther King. There was a whole week devoted to Martin Luther King in January, and we'd put on events. And anyway, so yeah, I'm embarrassed right now, but it's okay. Thank you for being a part of this with me. Don't know if you got anything out of it, but again, if you did, love to connect with you. And if you have ideas, I'm seeking counsel. If you have ideas, simple things that anybody can do, or list simple things, ideas of just how we can maybe do. They say there is no small act of love. So anything that we can do to help those who are being afflicted and by what is going on in our country right now, I'd love to hear. I this is something I don't have a lot of knowledge about. I do have family who has gone through immigration, and then, but that's not my story to tell right now. But this does touch home. This does touch close to home for me. I do have fear for family members. I do, not because they're here illegally, but never know who's going to get detained, who's going to get questioned, who's going to, just because of how they look. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. Nobody deserves. We need to do better as a human race, and I am going to start doing my part by being willing to heal my own darkness. Yeah, okay. I think I'm done rambling. I'm going to send a little bit more love out into the world. I hope. If we all do just a little better today, tomorrow's going to look a little better.